What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a very interesting Persona 6 rumor, and that's that the game has been internally delayed. Now, this comes from the individual that we've been kind of paying attention to. This is the person that's talked about this game quite a bit, along with that Persona 3 remake, and talking about how they're going to be announced this summer. This is the same individual, and they kind of came back. I think somebody asked them for an update, and they came back with an update, and they basically said, if there was ever a chance that Persona 6 was coming out this year, it's not happening, on top of the game, in their opinion, or what they were told, whatever, was delayed internally yesterday. So it was as soon as yesterday that this happened. Now, the comments to this are a lot of people saying, well, no duh, there's no way the game was coming out in 2023 anyway. The rumor had always been 2023 or 2024, right? So maybe they would be able to slide it in at the very, very end of this year that we're, currently in. But it was also possible that maybe it would slip into 2024. Now, there's also people that think that because of this rumored delay, that maybe the game wouldn't be announced this summer. But the person did say if the game is going to be at a PlayStation event, a Sony event, they should be able to know that a little bit ahead of time, a few days ahead of time, and they'll update. Even saying that out loud now makes me think maybe that June PlayStation Showcase that's been long rumored, right, for the last month or so, right? Maybe that is where you would show Persona 6. Now, I'm in the camp of just general opinion that thinks just because if you believe this, you don't have to believe it, but if you do believe the game was delayed, that doesn't mean you still wouldn't announce it this summer, right? You would pull the announcement. This game was supposed to be, again, you follow the rumors. You really follow, they are rumors, but also they're kind of built on even Atlus employees, right? So all that kind of stuff. This game, Persona 6, was supposed to be announced last year. All right, it was definitely supposed to happen. It was pushed, now most likely happening sometime over the summer, along with that Persona 3 remake, and plus I think one other game. So there's a Persona 3 remake, and there's something else, and then there's Persona 6, and now, this person says it's possible Persona 6 could come out after those. So if we got a Persona 3 remake by the end of this year, and then Persona 6 was sometime in next year with maybe one more game in between them, fine by me. I just want the general public to know that Persona 6, I think they've said it enough, and I think there's enough there, to go off of, but for people to actually see, okay, it's real, it's happening, and it's very possible, right? You show it, maybe a Persona 3 remake, you give a date. Persona 6, you could just say something like it's in development. It's just a tagline you do at the end of a trailer, right? Maybe you give the year, maybe you say 2024, or you just say Persona 6, you give the logo, in development, you call it a day. You don't have to give a date. And honestly, if the game comes out next spring, next summer, you wouldn't give a date this early. It's just not what modern games do. So I'm still in the camp that it should be announced this summer. I still believe that. This is all coming from generally the same person, so I think they honestly believe it as well. And again, even floating the idea about like if it were to appear at a Sony thing, because that thing's always interesting. Persona, you look at 5, right? It had that PlayStation, exclusivity thing, at least originally, but the talk, at least from Atlus, has always kind of been to get it out in front of more people, and you see it with Game Pass and all that stuff. I never looked at it as a for sure thing that Persona 6 would be PlayStation exclusive. I never, over the last little while, I haven't really thought it was going to be. But that doesn't take it off the table from being announced at a Sony event, right? It still could get announced at a Sony event and not be exclusive. But there's the rumors. Sucks that it was potentially delayed if you believe the rumors, right? And it was delayed. But that should not stop it from being announced. And to be honest with you, right now, 2023 on February 28th, that's all I care about. I just care about it being announced. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.